What did your DNA test reveal that destroyed your family? I was 18 when my DNA test results came back and said that my sister was my birth mom. My sister had moved away when I was 3, and my parents always said she wanted nothing to do with our family anymore. I assumed the computer messed up, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Finally, I decided I needed to see my birth certificate and make this whole thing go away. I went downstairs and told my parents I needed my birth certificate because I wanted to get a job. My mom made a strange face and said she would have to look for it and bring it to me later. My dad walked out of the room without saying anything. I knew right then something was really messed up. That night, I waited until I heard them snoring and I crept up to the attic. I pulled down boxes and ripped them open one after another. The first thing I found was a hospital bracelet with my sister's name on it, and the date was my birthday. I just sat there staring at it thinking, this has to be fake. My sister was only 14 when I was born. I started pulling everything out faster. There were pictures of my sister pregnant and she looked so scared. The dates written on the back matched up exactly with when I would have been born. There were pictures of her in the hospital holding a tiny baby, and that baby had the same birthmark on her hand that I have. I thought I was going to throw up. I found medical records from the pregnancy and papers from her school saying she left 9th grade for medical reasons, and they homeschooled her for a whole year. Then I found her diary buried at the bottom of everything. I flipped to my birthday and read the entry. Mom took her away from me after 5 minutes and said I have to be her big sister now instead of her mom. Dad's baby is going to grow up thinking she's my little sister. If I tell anyone, Dad says he'll say I wanted it. I read that part like 10 times because my brain couldn't understand it. Our dad got her pregnant when she was 13 years old. At breakfast, I walked into the kitchen and dumped everything all over the table. My dad picked up one of the photos and his jaw clenched. Where the hell did you get this? I glared at him. You got your 14-year-old daughter pregnant and then you both raised me like I was your kid so nobody would know what you did? My mom started crying and my dad slammed his fist on the table so hard the coffee cups jumped. It wasn't like that, he said. You don't understand what happened. I picked up the diary and read it out loud. Dad's baby is going to grow up thinking she's my little sister. If I tell anyone, Dad says they'll say I wanted it. My dad's face turned red and he stood up. Your sister was a troubled kid who didn't know what she was saying half the time. That diary is full of made-up stories. My mom was sobbing now. Please just stop. I felt like I was going to be sick. She was only 13 years old when she got pregnant with me. These things happen, and families deal with them privately. Your sister couldn't handle raising a baby, so we made the decision to give you a real family. I took a step back. You're acting like you did me some kind of favor. He slammed his hand on the counter. I gave you everything. Do you know what it cost me to keep this family together? To move us somewhere new and start over? I sacrificed everything to give you a normal life, and this is the thanks I get? You going through my personal things and throwing accusations around like you know everything? We were just trying to protect you, my mom said through her tears. Your sister made her choices and we cleaned up the mess. We gave you stability and a real home with parents who wanted you. And now you stand here acting like I'm some kind of villain? I looked at both of them and felt nothing but disgust. You are, I said. His face went white and then he pointed at the door. Get out of my house, he said quietly. Then he screamed it. Get out right now. You're not my daughter anymore. You're just as ungrateful as your mother. After I left, I found my sister on social media and sent her a message. She told me that our parents told her they would call the police and get a restraining order if she ever came near me. So she stayed away and watched me grow up through pictures my grandmother secretly sent her. I told her I had all the evidence and we should report him now. My dad was arrested at his job just a couple of days later, and my mom filed for divorce the day after he was taken into custody.